Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm still in my Mustang. I will be getting my car on Monday, a new one. I have two choices. They're both Ford Fusions. They both have similar miles. They're the same price. So it really comes down to features versus looks. The first one is a 2012 fully loaded SLE. It's got heated leather seats. It's got ambient lighting. It's got a moonroof. It's got several other features that are really nice. The thing is, I've never had a car that has a lot of features, so I'm not spoiled on features. But being that it's winter, it's coming to be wintertime, those heated leather seats are really warming up to me, if you know what I mean. But the other car, the pretty car, is a 2014 Ford Fusion. That's a base model, but it's pretty because it's a better body style. It's got a midnight blue on chrome color. So it's overall it's a really pretty looking car. I am leaning toward the black one though, just because of the interior features. I could tell that's the one my girlfriend wants too. She's kind of made that point. When you actually list out the pluses for both cars, it's like you can say the one's got pretty blue on chrome look, and the other one's you're like, it's got this and this and this and this. Still, I mean, with a car, looks are a little bit of a thing for me. Anyway, beyond the car thing, going on to weight now. If you remember last week, I had gained a couple of pounds because I was stress eating. And even after I had that video, I stress ate once after that video. And I was actually starting to worry, I didn't want to, lose my habits that I gotten so good at, But luckily, I told myself this has to be the last time that I do that. And I got to get back on track, and I did. I'm back on track. I'm not even stressing out, which is good because I was there for a while. I was really stressing out. And the funny thing is, I've never been much of a stress eater, but I was this last week, or last week I should say. The whole week that I was getting the car, trying to figure out the car. I spent 3 days looking for a car, and when I say days, I meant the whole day until the place is closed. And even then, after they closed, I was on Google looking at cars. So I was spending 3 long days looking at cars, and waiting on replies from Pemco. I finally got my quote from Pemco, and it's a decent quote. It's not the best quote, but it's a decent quote on what I'm getting back. But I was waiting on them, and then I had to go and be approved. So even though I figured I'd get approved somewhere, it's still a matter of dealing with credit and all that. My credit's not horrible, but it's not great. I'm in a really good position right now as far as money goes. It's just, years ago I wasn't, and it's a matter of getting all that paid down. But that's all taken care of. I basically lost the weight that I gained the week before from stress eating, and I lost an extra pound. So I lost 3 pounds this week. I'm at 353. I seem to be back on track just fine now. I'm glad about that. I am a little concerned just because today is Sunday, and at 10 a.m. this morning, I am going to be meeting my girlfriend's father, and so I assume that I'm probably going to have my cheat meal with her folks. I don't want to be rude and not eat or eat something healthier than they're eating. I actually even suggested ordering a pizza or whatever. I would just bring over a Papa Murphy's normally, but it's so early in the morning that I don't think Papa Murphy's is even open. But she said no, that they were going to have a Sunday brunch kind of thing, I guess, planned. She wanted to get the meeting the folks out of the way now because she was kind of hoping that we would have Thanksgiving, at least a couple of hours of Thanksgiving over her folks. We were going to do a jump from her folks to my folks, and that's just assuming I can even get Thursday off, which is very unlikely. Thanksgiving and Christmas are hard to get off at work. Um, but it sounds like I'm not going to be doing my family's Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving anyway. Not to go into details, but my sister has canceled her Thanksgiving at her place. There's just stuff going on, and I won't go into it. So I made plans to have my folks come over the day before on a day that I know I'm off, so that she can meet my folks when I go in and invite my sister and whatnot. But I've never hosted a Thanksgiving. I've never even done a Thanksgiving turkey myself. But at least that way, we know that I'll have that one off. Um, and if worst comes to worst, I mean, I could always go over before work on Thanksgiving and just have a really long day on Thanksgiving to go over to her folks if that's what she wants to do. Lastly, I listened to 2 self-help books. I should say I listened to 1.5 because the first one was a dating book, and it was the worst dating book that I had ever listened to. And I only listened to about half of it for I got tired of hearing him say player, because it was definitely a player's handbook, I learned. The guy was a total douchebag, and so I returned it and got my credit back and used it toward listening to Harry Potter, the second Harry Potter book. You know, I had physically read the first Harry Potter book, and I was like a third of the way through the second Harry Potter book when I started reading something else instead, and just never went back to Harry Potter after that. But being that I'm at work and it's dark, you know, reading in the dark is really hard for me. It hurts my eyes. So I think I'm going to go through the Harry Potter books on Audible, I think. But the other self-help book I listened to was one on conversations on, you know, how to have better conversations with people and whatnot. And that was actually pretty good. I'm trying to get rid of this light for you. I'm sorry. It's really cold outside, and I'm getting warm in my car. Yeah, whoever was the narrator in that one was doing a really good job. I mean, his narration fit the bill of a book about conversation skills, because he actually sounded entertaining and like a nice guy and all that, right? Like it was a good voice choice for it. I don't remember the name of that book, but I will try to give it praise next week when I remember it. I plan on listening to it one more time. The thing is, I really skimmed through that one. I went through it in one night, and it was a shorter book than some of the other ones that I've read. But it was good. I mean, most of the self-help books I read, the narration never really was good. Not really. You know, the charismatic book ones, the ones on charisma, the person was very uncharismatic and boring. The other dating and relations books that I've read, the guy sounded like an asshole or a douchebag. This one was good, so I liked it. I think that's all we're gonna say, though, guys. I will talk to you next week. All right, bye.